Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I was thinking the other day, what video can I give to you guys that would be very helpful? And I know I've mentioned Lazada before, it's a website, but we never really talked about it in detail. So in this video, we're gonna go over Lazada. Now, what is Lazada? Let's say you're from the US, it's kind of like Amazon. So it's the biggest online retailer here in Thailand, and it's something you're going to use a lot once you figure out exactly how to search, because things are a little bit different because of the language. You're going to be using this a lot, so you don't have to get in your car or motorcycle and try to find a store for every little thing you need, because you can order it on here and have it delivered straight to your door. It's very convenient. You could shop around on here. Everything you're used to doing, you can do here on Lazada. So what do you need to start an account? Well, they're going to need a Thai phone number, and that will be your username. There's some other things they do with that phone number. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But you do need a Thai phone number. You do not need to have a Thai bank account. All right, so we're going to go over payment methods in a little bit, but you don't need that. You do need an address, so you need to know what your Thai address is. So the first thing I want to tell you is you can search in English, which is very helpful. So for example, let's say I'm looking up a blender and I hit enter. It will come up with the word. Now I typed it in English, and English is not going to be this website's strong point, but you can see it does work. So just know that you can definitely search in English. Now, I want to go over some of the options here you have. So a lot of the items you're going to get here, by the way, this is all in bot. A lot of the things you're going to have on here are going to come from China. Some things will come from Thailand. So if it's something you want quickly, you don't want to order it from China. And here's how you can tell. See where it's got the different things for sale and it says where the items are from. If it says overseas, which none of these do, it will be from China, just so you know. So we'll look at some other examples where we can find China. Apparently they have plenty of blenders for sale here in Thailand. Okay, in this example I looked up USB cable, and we can see that there's one here in Thailand. This one says overseas, this one says Bangkok, this one says overseas. So if it's overseas, typically it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to arrive, and it can be longer. So just know that. So if it's something you need really quick, you're gonna wanna get it from Thailand. Now, why would you pick something in China versus Thailand? Well, for 2 reasons. One, things are cheaper if you buy them straight from Thailand, so that's a big reason. And the other reason is because that may be the only place that has the item. In other words, you look up something and everything says overseas. So you're going to need to get that from China. Just know good and well that it's going to take a little bit of time to be delivered to you. So another thing we need to talk about is the payment methods. Yes, you can use your credit card from your home country. You're just going to need to set that up as the credit card. Just use it as you normally would. You can also, if you have a Thai bank account, set that up as well. Now there's some other options, and I'm going to tell you what they are and why I think you should use them the first time you order something from Lazada. And that is, you can do cash on delivery. So you don't pay ahead of time. Find the item you're wanting, and when it's delivered, you can pay for it in cash when they arrive. Notice I did not say credit card on arrival, it's cash on arrival. Now, there's some downsides to that, is you do need to be home when they come to deliver something if it is cash on delivery. But the good news is, if they delivered it, let's say to the wrong home, or they delivered it to a condo and somebody took it, that won't happen because they're not leaving anything unless they get paid for it. So you would have to physically be there, pay the person, the delivery person, and receive that item. So the reason I say you may want to do that for the first couple of deliveries, let's say you live in a condo and you don't know how things work, where to pick up your package at, or can you trust the service? meaning it being left and you picking it up later, you can try for the first time doing the cash on delivery. And then if it's a low priced item, have them deliver it where they leave it and you pick it up, just so you could see how things are going to work. And if you're really paranoid, it's a high ticket item, just do cash on delivery and you should have no issues whatsoever. By the way, we have more, but I wanted to let you know, if you do plan on moving here to Thailand, we do offer a step-by-step guide on moving here to Thailand. It's 8 pages long, has a lot of links, has a lot of information on everything from what to do with your phone, what to do about your mailing address, how to get prepared, what about the visa, and so on and so forth. You can find that. There's a link down in the description under Buy Me a Coffee. Click on the button that says Extras once you're in Buy Me a Coffee, and you will find it. Now, if you're wondering if you can do a return, let's say you buy something, it's delivered, can you return it? Yes. It's been hit or miss with the returns. I will say that all the returns we've ever had, and we've ordered hundreds of things from Lazada, all things were returned. I didn't say it was returned easily. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you can get an item, doesn't work for you, you click the things, click return, whatsoever, you're good to go, and you'd be fine. However, there are some instances where they wanted me to take a picture of the item. However, the item that was delivered, there was nothing in it. I tell you the truth, I was sent a bag that had absolutely nothing in it. And the reason they sent that to me is because they didn't have the item anymore. But instead of just telling me that, they sent me an empty bag. So when I clicked on return, they wanted me to take a picture of the item. So I had to take a picture of an empty bag. It did work, but it's a little weird. Now, one of the main things I wanted to show you on this whole thing is how to find items. Like, just because you type in something doesn't mean you're going to be able to find it. So I have a motorcycle, and let's say I'm looking for a bracket that holds a gas tank. How in the world am I going to look that up? So first I would put in, let's start with Honda, and I have a CT 125, and I want a gas tank bracket. All right, so this is something very specific. Let's see what happens when I search for that. So I'm going to search for that, and I don't see exactly what I need. I don't even see anything very close to it. So here's another thing you can do. What you do is just do a regular Google search. So when I do a Google search using the same search criteria, you're going to look down here to where they have the sponsored ads, or you can look under shopping. So we can see that there are some things closer because there's a gas tank on a bracket. And notice that if you look down here, it says Lazada. Well, why didn't that show up whenever I searched in Lazada? Who knows? Notice there is Shopee over here. That is another major brand here in Thailand other than Lazada. But anyway, you can find your items down here in the shopping. I'm going to hit on more items and see if I see anything else from Lazada. It's still pulling up things like eBay and things like that. So let's go back to, where is it? Lazada. Let's click on this bracket. So this is close to what I was looking for. And there's my motorcycle. Well, not mine, but there's my style, and there's the gas tank. So as you notice, we couldn't find that if we just typed it in this way under the search results. But if we just did a generic Google result and looked in this section here, and just make sure you're seeing the word Lazada, you can click and find things that way. So what's it like when you get something delivered? Well, you will receive a phone call, okay? So when you answer it, they will talk in Thai to you. If you don't know any Thai, you're not going to get very far in this conversation, and more than likely they will just hang up on you. Or they will call, and when you pick it up, they just immediately hang up on you because they have to show their boss that they tried to call you. So the reason they're calling is to let you know they're coming to deliver your package. Let's say you don't care if they call you or not. Doesn't matter. They're going to call you anyways. And you can check on Lazada to see what the tracking is on there, so you will know when it's getting close to them delivering it. So there's all kind of weird things that sometimes happen on the deliveries. We've had them where we've been home all day waiting on the item, and then at the end it says it's out for delivery. At the end of the day it says, sorry, we tried to come to your house, but you didn't answer the phone or you didn't come to the door, which is a total lie. Total lie. What it is they were going on the route, and let's say your house was one of the last on the list. They just marked the thing that they couldn't deliver it to you and it was your fault. So you can expect the item the next day. It's very frustrating, but those things happen. So when they do deliver it, it's just like anywhere else in the world. They're either going to throw it, leave it on your doorstep in the rain, maybe not in the rain, maybe covered, maybe it isn't covered, maybe they bring it to your door, who knows? So it's everything across the board there. Just expect that phone call every time. Sometimes they've delivered things and then called later. So anyway, I hope this helps you out, and at least when you order something on Lazada, you know kind of what to expect. So if you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.